On today's Hot Issues on Tumpani TV, we feature strongman Ibrahim Traore, the Burkinabe military coup leader, when he addressed his people shortly after he seized power in 2022. Now, his story is no different from that of the entire Sahel region where jihadist terrorists hold sway. Kindly watch, like, and share with us your thoughts.
Je tenais donc à ce qu'on se parle
I've been looking forward to
de
this
façon
moment.
franche.
This moment when we can speak frankly to one another so that you can understand what is happening in our country, where we currently stand, and where we could be going. And I repeat where we could be going because this is conditional. You are the main actors of the Burkinabe society, and I think that the future of our country is also in your hands. Therefore, each of you at whatever level must be able to point a finger at yourself and ask, what contribution can I make to the motherland? It may also be that you people do not fully understand what is going on because there has never been a real conversation on the truth. I bet you, some people have chosen to ignore the situation we find ourselves in. We are in Ouagadougou, and more often in Bobo Dioulasso. That is to say, we live in the big cities, and life can be really good here. But outside these cities, you cannot imagine what is going on. Are you people aware of the fact that our country is almost lost? Regarding the army, we are aware of our responsibility, but we should also be asking the question, what brought the army into all this? It is a question that one should ask because the army was politicized. The army strayed from its primary role. One should have the courage to say so. The army was infiltrated and everybody played a role according to their political leanings. We have been observing for a long time and we were fighting and we were observing. At a given time, we had the hope that it will cease, notably with the events of the 24th. But it did not stop. It continued. The event of the 30th happened. I will tell you this evening where we are and where we are going. And going forward, you can then freely make your choices for your future. Either you're for the motherland or against the motherland. In any case, we are all in this country together, and you will understand from what I am telling you that nobody will be able to escape. Already, between Bobo Dioulasso and Ouagadougou, it has become very difficult. When the road is completely cut off, people will wake up because it will be impossible for any one of us to take a plane between Bobo Dioulasso and Ouagadougou. If this is the type of country we want, then let us go for it. Quite often I ask myself, where do the terrorists come from? Why terrorism? All is not terrorism. We are partly to blame. If I say we, I mean our society has contributed for this situation to occur. I personally walked in certain parts of the Sahel. I'm not saying I drove. I walked on foot. Therefore, I took my time to see the Sahel properly, and I doubt if any of you here have done so yet. I walked from Goron, passed through Gossi, went to Dehu, Tinakob, Tinasa, and came back to Makoy. We saw how people live over there. This is about 10 years ago. We foresaw today's situation. We got into this situation because of bad governance. We must tell ourselves the truth. We did everything possible to get rid of certain people because of our selfish interests. We have been thinking only of ourselves, and to date, we still see people die whilst in Ouagadougou, we make merry. No pity for people. I saw people struggling with barrels and walking long stretches to fetch water for themselves and their sheep, which die along the way due to lack of water. There are no roads over there. Not a single road. How can a truck even go there to give something to the hungry people and their animals? What developmental projects did we even put in these zones? Common water is not even available, let alone projects. What important thing have we done out there? Who is responsible? We are responsible, and each of us must accept this. We have a slogan that we are a poor country. You are well aware that the country is not poor. It is because we are wicked. We are truly wicked. We have arable lands. We have water. Why can't we do something for the people? The youth have nothing to do. I lived in Djibo. Before the crisis, I talked with the youth. The only bridge available was built more than 50 years ago. Trucks can no longer cross the bridge. They produce tomatoes and other foodstuff, but no roads for them to transport them. As a result, they get rotten. They rear sheep and cattle, but no road for them to transport them to the market. How do you expect them to survive? I wrote a report concerning this, but nothing was done. Who is responsible? We are all culpable. I lived in the east. There's a river, River Silba, which separates that part of Burkina from the rest of Burkina. No bridge. For how many years? We have not been able to construct even one bridge. If you look on the map, you'll find that zone is surrounded by this river. I wrote a report and sent it for action, but nothing was done. We are responsible for our own woes. Some people cannot be suffering whilst others are enjoying. We were forewarned, but we did not listen. I know nobody has ever said this to you, but I will frankly tell you. You can all choose to be or do what you want. I am not a politician who will sugarcoat my words. I am a soldier. I prefer to tell you the truth, and you are free to take it or not. Everybody drives their car. Everybody lives well. We eat morning, afternoon, and evening. We say it is democracy and human rights. That is all we know in Ouagadougou. Go and see what is happening over there. People die. Children's bones can be seen through their skins. Women can no longer breastfeed because there is simply no breast milk on them. Which journalists go there? They want to paint a good image of the country by hiding certain truths. If I tell you that people eat leaves over there, you will not believe it, but it is true. If you want, I can send you there tomorrow and show you. Go and see for yourselves. The poverty persists. What is integrity in Burkina Faso? So far, no civilian has given us truck to help us convey food items to the deprived communities. This is what has revolted us. In the meantime, the military has been able to mobilize some food items with our own contributions to give to the suffering people. Even in the course of buying some items, people were not ready to reduce prices to save these people. Have pity on people. Have pity on children. Have pity on the youth. What have they done to deserve all this? This means solidarity has disappeared in Burkina Faso. What have they done so that at sunset they have to sleep in grottos, on trees, or in the bush, so that at sunrise they have to look around slowly to find out if there is no danger before they can come out of their hideouts? Let us not pretend. We see only our cities, either good or bad. This is the reality in Burkina Faso. We are responsible for what is happening to us, and we shall be totally responsible for what will follow. Everybody should give up their best, and I think we shall overcome. I am sick of it all, but I think that by the grace of God, we shall overcome.